Seeker. Written by Suzana Thompson. Performed by Heather Firth. Chapter 7. I have no way of finding out who the man is or where he lives, and I don't have the option of going back to the observation deck every day on the slight chance I might encounter him there again. In desperation, I call out to Silas. I'm alone at home since I refused to go to church with my family. I didn't feel like praying to God after he took all my friends away. Mom had started to argue with me about it, but Dad had convinced her to give me more time. Like time would change anything. Time couldn't bring back my friends. Silas appears right in front of me after I call his name, and I jump when he scares me. "Geez, give me a little warning next time," I snap at him. "You called for me," he says. "Yeah," I acknowledge. "But you didn't have to pop out right in front of my face." "I should approach you from behind?" he questions. "You're so damn literal," I complain. "Never mind. I need to ask you something about the man on the observation deck yesterday. Do you remember him?" "Yes," he states. "Was he dying?" I ask. "No," Silas replies. I smile in amusement at his one-word answers. "Give me a chance to get a word in," I joke. He regards me with a blank expression that reminds me of the way he used to be. "Do you ever joke with Abel?" I inquire. "No," he answers. "Okay," I respond wryly. "Moving on. I need you to take me to that man." "I can't," he says. "Why not?" I question. "He's not dying," he tells me. "Good," I remark. "Then he's like me. I want to talk to him and find out if he knows anything about why we can see you." "He's not like you," Silas states. "But he saw you," I exclaim. "Only for an instant," he reminds me. "You always see me." "I still want to talk to him," I insist stubbornly. "Take me to him." "I can't," he repeats. "I don't know where he is, and I can't find him if he's not dying." "But you always find me," I comment in disappointment. Somebody has to know something about this. I can't be the only one who's like me. Even you have someone who's like you. "I have never met another like you," he says. That makes me wonder how old he is. He looks like a teenager, but he's looked that way since the first time I saw him. "How long have you been around? When were you born?" "I don't remember," he replies. "You don't remember when you were born?" I question. "I don't remember a time before man," he answers in his straightforward way, but his literal answer astounds me. "You mean humans?" I ask in disbelief. "You're saying you've been here the whole time, since the beginning?" "Yes," he confirms. "But what about your parents?" I query, still unable to grasp the impossible thing he's telling me. "I have no parents," he states. "Everyone has parents," I exclaim in desperation and fear. "I have a creator," he tells me, and I know he's talking about God. I did once imagine him as the angel of death, but I still can't accept this. "No." I pace away from him in my agitation. Silas walks up behind me and places his hand on my shoulder. "Mila." "That's gonna leave a mark," I tell him. "Your hands left a mark on me yesterday, even through my clothes. How am I going to explain that to the guy I whirl on him in hysteria because this is all too overwhelming. It's too much. Tell me what God's plan is for me. Since you've got a direct line to him, why is he killing my friends? Why has he sent his angel to leave marks on me? Silas' expression changes dramatically, and he now looks as agitated as I feel. I'm not an angel. Angels are radiant beings who bring light to the world. You've seen angels? I question in amazement. Actual angels with wings and stuff? His expression softens at my awe and wonder. Yes, Mila, I've seen angels. Wow, I respond in reverent stupefaction. Wow. Yes, he agrees. They are glorious. I ask my next question in hushed fearfulness. Have you seen God, too? No, he answers to my immense relief. I exhale the tense breath I had been holding. There is only so much mind-blowing revelation I can handle in one day. What is this, Silas? I ask quietly. Why do I keep seeing you? I don't know why you seek me, he replies in frustration. I just don't know, Mila. I said see, not seek, but I pursue the explanation to that answer. Why do you keep saying that I seek you? What does that mean? I am drawn to those who seek me, he tells me. Always the dying seek me, never the living. Not until you began to seek me. I don't understand, I exclaim. How do I seek you? It's an irresistible force that pulls me to you, he explains. Life force? I inquire, remembering our previous conversations. That's what always drew me before, he says. But it's different with you. Your life force is intact, so I can't absorb it. Then what kind of force pulls you to me? I ask. I don't know, he replies. But it's stronger than life force. I respond with a startled question. What could be stronger than life force? I don't know, is his troubled answer. Maybe it's because he looks so lost and I want to comfort him. Or maybe I'm seeking comfort myself, and talking hasn't helped. Whatever my motivation is, I put out my arms and move closer to him. He stands unresponsive and uncomprehending until I direct him to give me a hug. His arms raise slowly, but I step into them without hesitation and wrap my arms around him. He feels solid and real and human in that moment, and I'm steadied by this seeming normalcy. It's a long, comforting hug that I finally end when I realize that Silas has never hugged anyone before, and has no clue about the normal duration of a hug. I gasp when I pull back and see his face. He follows me as I rush to look at my own face in a mirror. I grasp the bathroom sink as I sag in relief after staring at my reflection and seeing that I still look the same. Silas stands behind me and gazes at himself. He now has one blue eye that exactly matches the color of my blue eyes. How do you have a reflection? I inquire in a surprisingly normal voice. Wouldn't people see it? They don't see me, he states, seemingly unperturbed and unconcerned by his altered appearance. What is happening? I suddenly exclaim. I don't know, he answers calmly. You would think that someone who's been around as long as you would know something, I remark, and I'm on the edge of hysteria again. Silas makes me gasp again when he swiftly pulls up my shirt. No marks this time. I watch him in the mirror as he inspects my back and lowers my shirt back into place. After a moment's hesitation, I turn and lift my shirt to expose my stomach. Silas had grabbed me just below my breasts when he pulled me backwards over the railing. My skin is still pasty white where he touched me then, but my most recent contact with his body appears to have left no marks on me. I pull my shirt back down and look at Silas. His gaze is fixed on me, and I'm momentarily mesmerized by the vivid contrast in color between his one bright blue eye and the other dark ebony eye. I tear my gaze away from his and step forward to lift his shirt. His skin looks like normal, healthy skin until I move around to look at his back. There I see his pasty complexion, except for the thick line of pink flesh where my arms were wrapped around him. I reach out and press my hand to the middle of his back over his deathly pale skin. When I pull my hand back, there's a perfect handprint of healthy color left behind. I drop his shirt like it's a hot potato and back away from him. He turns to look at me with his strange, unnaturally altered gaze. "Go," I command sharply. He stands still before me. "Did you hear me?" I demand. "Go!" He fails to obey me, and his expression turns fearful. "I can't," he tells me.